Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm gonna interview you about the country you went to. So, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
My name is Jean Heskier. I studied social work.
Yes.
Last year I graduated, and in that frame I went to Vietnam.
Okay. So you went to Vietnam. And did you go there alone or with friends or family?
I went there with two fellow students who were in my direction as well.
Yes.
I didn't know him before, but I got to know him there.
Okay. And what was the duration of your stay?
I went there for 5 months, so from February to June
Yes.
2016.
Okay. And what did you do there
I
exactly?
I did an internship on the Hoa Sen University in Ho Chi Minh City, and I worked in the service learning center. And service learning is a new method of teaching, so we could give workshops to students there. And service learning is actually it's not an internship, but it's not a volunteering as well. It's something in between. You can, for instance, if you are studying for an English teacher, you can give English programs to street children. It's always within how do you say it in English? Community-based program,
Okay.
always for the community. So you learn something from the community if you do something for them, and it's always with a theory, then the practice, and then the reflection.
Okay, so a little bit more about Vietnam. So, how was the lifestyle there? Was it cheaper or was it expensive?
Definitely cheaper. I can give an example. 20,000 Vietnam dong is €1, and if you want to eat something on the street, you pay half a euro for a whole meal.
Okay,
So very cheap.
it's very cheap. So the whole stay didn't spend a lot of money.
Well, my apartment was almost 600 euros a month.
Okay, that's
That's expensive, but it was for 3 people, so 200
yeah.
euros a month each. So that's
Okay.
something. If you rent a student room in Ghent,
That's almost
something
the same.
less.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think they let us pay that much because we are white,
Yeah.
and they know we have a lot of money, and that's why they let us pay so much.
Okay, and how was the city like? Was it hard to get through the streets, or was it a lot of big difference than Belgium, or?
It's uh, it's a very big difference because I was in Saigon, and that's a very big city. I think there live around 8 million people in that city, and the houses are very small. Um, they live in something like we know as garage boxes,
Yeah.
very small houses with their whole family, and everyone goes on the road with their motorbikes, so very busy traffic. The air is very polluted, very hot,
Yeah.
35 degrees Celsius
It's very hot.
a whole year. So kind of hard to adapt in the beginning because I live in a small village in West Vlaanderen.
Did you get sick
Yes,
in Vietnam?
I'm actually still a little bit sick.
Yeah.
I got a parasite. How do you say it in English? I think you understand. From the food on the street because it's not very hygienic.
Okay.
And also because of the weather and the pollution, you get tired very easily.
Yeah. And yeah, now about your work you did there. Was it? How did you approach the people that you contacted where you worked?
My school approached the university. It was
Yeah.
the first time students from Artevelde went to Huassen University. Well, not the first time, but students go there for studying, but not for an internship.
Yeah.
And Service Learning Center is also something new from 2015. So how did I approach those people? I followed the program in Belgium first to get my papers and to get to know the concept. And then when we were there, our first day, we went directly to the university. We got a tour, we got to know some people, and then we had 2 weeks free because of the holidays, the New Year's holidays in Asia.
Okay.
So then we started our
Yeah.
internship.
And adapting to the whole different things that happen in Vietnam, was it easy? Not really.
And what do you mean by the things? The culture or
the
the
culture,
language? It's not very easy because not all of the people speak English.
Yeah.
And I obviously don't speak Vietnamese
Yeah.
very well. So in the beginning, well, in the city most people speak English. Some English, the street vendors, university, very good English. But I had also a second internship organization, and that was with group of young people, and they were having fun, of course, in Vietnamese all the time. So it was hard to fit into the group.
Yeah.
And when we went to the platteland, countryside. Almost none of the people spoke English there, so it was very hard to come around. And also the culture. Vietnamese people are used to function in families, large groups, and we are more individual.
Yes.
And sometimes it was hard to understand why do they want to know or to say hello to my family or something like that.
And did you experience a culture shock, like something you didn't expect from Vietnam?
Vietnamese people are very open, and on the streets they can shout at you or just in a friendly manner, not. Also, once in traffic, a guy came standing next to me with his motorbike, and he said, "You have a nice hair color," and I didn't know how to react on that.
Okay. How did you experience the local etiquette?
Oh, they eat with chopsticks.
Yeah.
So
like China.
Like a lot of Asian countries. So we had to learn that. And also when you come into a room, you have to take off your shoes. And I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I went into a room and they got very angry to me. So I didn't know why they were angry.
Yeah.
And most of the times they don't say that to you. So you have to know that.
Okay.
Because it's normal to them.
Yeah.
So that's always something you have
Did
to
you only
to
make
keep in mind.
one mistake from that, or
Several mistakes.
several mistakes? So
Because
very
it's
nice.
normal for us to keep our shoes on when we go somewhere
Okay.
in houses.
So can you give any piece of advice for other people that go to Vietnam, for example?
Learn some basic Vietnamese sentences, like hello, where's the airport, where's the bus stop. Other things, don't bring too much clothes.
Because it's hot.
Yeah.
And from the street food, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Watch out.
don't eat too much street food. Definitely in the beginning, no raw vegetables, no ice cubes, and I think in general you have to be prepared to find you have to be kind of settled already before you go there,
Yeah.
because I had a week to search an apartment, and it was not that easy because I didn't speak the language. And
Okay, thank you for the interview.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.